Today, we are diving deep into one of the most talked about coins online, the 1964 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that some videos claim could be worth $52 million. If you love coins, if you collect pennies, and if you want the truth about rare Lincoln cents, you need to hear this. This is the complete story of the 1964 penny, its history, its real value, and why that $52 million rumor is simply not backed up by real numismatic records.int. Let's start with what the 1964 Lincoln cent actually is. The United States Mint produced billions of Lincoln pennies in 1964 for circulation, with the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. These coins were made because Americans use pennies every day, and they were part of normal coinage. Because so many were made, these coins are extremely common. A typical circulated 1964 penny is worth just its face value of 1 cent, and even in uncirculated condition, it usually only brings $1 or $2 from collectors. The pure copper inside is valued at only a few cents above face. In today's market, there are some 1964 pennies that are more valuable than face value. These include special mint set strikes that have a different finish called SMS coins. These were produced in limited quantities and have sharper details and a satin-like look. They are scarce but not unheard of, and collectors have paid several $1,000s for high-grade examples. Some 1964 SMS pennies graded very highly have sold for up to $9,000 or more in special cases. There are also mint errors and varieties, like doubled dies coins, where the letters or numbers appear doubled, or coins with unusual strike errors. These varieties can sometimes bring higher prices depending on rarity and condition. For example, a certified uncirculated 1964 penny in a top grade might sell for hundreds, or even a few $1,000s. Errors that catch the eye can also bring premiums from collectors. But even these rare 1964 pieces don't come close to tens of millions of dollars in real auction records. Segment 3. The $52.3 million penny claim explained. Now let's address the claim you may have seen that a 1964 penny is worth $52 million. This figure circulates in many clickbait-style titles and videos, but numismatic experts and auction records do not support it. There is no verified sale in history where a 1964 Lincoln cent has fetched $52 million. Most rare Lincoln coins that do bring huge prices at auction are from much earlier dates, like 1909 or 1943, especially exotic era coins, like the 1943 bronze Lincoln cent that sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. There's no reputable evidence or publicly recorded auction transaction for a 1964 penny anywhere near the $52 million mark. This kind of sensational figure likely comes from misunderstanding or exaggeration online. The most valuable pennies in the world are usually pre-1950 issues or extraordinary era coins that are well documented with certified auction results.so. If you see a headline saying your 1964 penny is a multi-million or multi-tens of millions dollar coin, you should treat that with skepticism and look for confirmed auction results from respected coin grading services. Let's talk real numbers, based on actual auctions and marketplace data. A regular circulated 1964 penny is worth 1 cent. Uncirculated examples might sell for a few dollars up to a few hundred in high grades. Certified special mint set 1964 coins and notable error pieces have sold for several $1,000s at auction in rare cases, when well graded. A truly exceptional SMS coin graded at the top levels and authenticated by a major grading service can command a premium, but the highest real-world sales are in the mid to upper five-figure range at best for those specific coins. Nothing in the numismatic record supports valuations in the millions, let alone $52 million. Always check auction databases and certified grading companies to see real results and avoid inflated online claims. Here's what you can do if you want to check your own 1964 penny. First, look at the date and mint mark. Most coins were made, and are common, and worth only their face value. If the coin looks unusually shiny, or has a different finish, it could be an SMS or special strike issue. These are interesting to collectors, but you should have them authenticated and graded by a professional to know their true worth. If the coin has doubling on the letters, or numbers, or odd strike marks, then it might be a variety error coin. Again, professional grading will help you know if it's a genuine collectible piece. Professional grading companies and experienced coin dealers are your best resource for accurate valuation. To sum up, the 1964 Lincoln penny is a fascinating piece of numismatic history, but for the vast majority of coins it is worth just a few cents to a few dollars in the real market. Rare varieties do exist, but they sell for realistic collector prices, not multi-million-dollar sums. If you enjoyed this video and want more real coin collecting insights, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next coin valuation deep dive. And if you have a coin you think might be valuable, drop a comment or send us a photo, and we'll help you figure out what it might be worth. Thanks for watching, and keep hunting those treasures. What if I told you that a coin worth just 1 cent could be worth millions? Today we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1982 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, the variations, the rare errors collectors hunt for, real market values, and why some online videos claim outrageous prices like $52.4 million. Whether you comb through your coin jar or just love history, this one is for you. Let's get into it. Has been the United States' everyday penny since it was first struck in 1909. In 1982, the United States Mint underwent a big change. Due to rising metal costs, they switched from 95% copper composition to zinc with a thin copper plating. That year, both types were produced. In coin collecting, rarity and condition drive value. Most 1982 pennies that circulated are common and only worth face value. Even uncirculated examples typically trade for a few dollars at most. However, a few specific varieties can command much higher prices. 1982 small date copper penny. This variety, especially in high grades like MS64 or MS65, is significantly harder to find than ordinary 1982 pennies because fewer were saved by collectors. These coins can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. PCGS 2 1982 no mint mark penny in MS67 plus grade. Certified pristine examples of the no mint mark 1982 penny can be valuable if authenticated and graded. Some have been listed in the $1,000 to $3,000 range or more due to collector demand. Coin-identifier.com 3. Transitional or error coins. In rare cases, zinc planchets were struck with dies meant for copper cents, or vice versa, leading to transitional coins. A few of these error coins have sold at auction for tens of thousands of dollars when genuine and well graded. Of sensational content online claiming that a 1982 penny is worth $13 million, $50 million, or even $52.4 million. Those figures make great headlines, but here's the reality. Verified auction records from respected grading and auction firms do not show any 1982 Lincoln cent selling for tens of millions. The highest confirmed 1982 rarities have historically sold in the thousands to low tens of thousands at auction, not millions. Coin Value Checker 1. One well-documented example is a 1982 D copper penny that sold for around $18,000 at auction because it's an unusual transitional piece. So why the exaggerated numbers online? Often it's due to misinterpretation, mistaking fantasy pricing for real sales, or marketing titles meant to drive clicks. You think you may have a rare 1982 Lincoln cent. Here's what to look for. The date, size, and shape differ slightly. This matters to collectors. Point 3. Mint mark. A coin without a mint mark was minted in Philadelphia. D means Denver. S means San Francisco. Proof coins. Point 4. Errors. Look for misstrikes, double dies, or unusual planchets. The 1982 Lincoln penny is a great example of how everyday objects can have unexpected value. While most are common and worth a few cents or dollars, a small number can be worth serious money in the collector market, potentially thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, but not tens of millions based on real sales records. So before you believe a headline that says you found a $52.4 million coin, take a breath, check reputable sources, consult a professional, and know what real market data says. Pennies are tiny, but their stories can be huge. If you want, I can also help you with layout *** to boost views on this topic. Today we're diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in the numismatic world, the 1974 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. You've probably seen headlines online claiming a version of this penny is worth a staggering $52,200,000. And maybe you're wondering whether that's true, whether it's real, and how much your coin might actually be worth now. Let's uncover the truth together, from history to rarity to real market values. *** Segment 1. History of the 1974 Lincoln penny *** The 1974 penny is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, which has been struck every year since 1909. Designed originally by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent became an American staple. By 1974, pennies were a common part of everyday life. Millions were made and put into circulation, meaning most of these coins were used as ordinary change. There was an interesting twist that year. The U.S. Mint experimented with changing the metal composition of the penny because copper was getting expensive. Some experimental aluminum pennies were struck, but they were never officially released for circulation. Technically, these trial aluminum pieces aren't legal to own if they belong to the government, and most were destroyed. An example that surfaced years later was certified and estimated by some experts at hundreds of thousands to a couple $1 million, but it eventually had to be returned after legal disputes because the mint claimed they were still government property. That's part of what fuels the legends about extreme values. *** Segment 2. What most 1974 pennies are actually worth ***, while headlines might say millions. The cold, hard reality of the coin market is quite different for typical pieces. Most 1974 pennies were struck in massive numbers, over 4 billion between Philadelphia and Denver alone, and most have been exchanged, saved, or lost just like every other penny. Today, a standard circulated 1974 penny is usually worth its face value, 1 cent, or at most a small premium for collectors. If you find one in uncirculated condition, with sharp details, excellent surface quality, and vibrant color, especially graded by a professional service, its value increases. Uncirculated examples might be worth a few dollars up to perhaps $10 or $20 in very high grades, but those are exceptions, not the rule. Coin experts and auction records show that even rare, but authentic varieties, such as error coins, double dies, or top-grade submissions, sell in the range of tens to hundreds of dollars. Some exceptional pieces, like a perfectly graded MS-67 or better Lincoln cent, can fetch several hundred or maybe a few $1,000s. The real numismatic market, collectors and dealers, reflects what people will actually pay for a piece, not sensational clickbait numbers. *** Segment 3. The source of the $52.2 million claim ***. So where do claims, like a 1974 penny being worth $52 million, come from? Mostly from misunderstandings, viral posts, and speculation based on the idea of extremely rare error coins or experimental pieces. There is no verified record in reliable auction databases or grading service records of a 1974 Lincoln penny selling for $52.2 million. Legends circulate about aluminum trial pieces or unconfirmed varieties that could be worth extraordinary sums if they existed and if ownership was clear, but in reality, such coins are either illegal to own, non-existent outside very private circles, or seized by the government. Coin specialists warn that many online listings with wild prices are driven by hype and not real market demand. Unless a coin has been professionally authenticated and recently auctioned at that price with public records to back it up, figures like $50 million are simply not grounded in the numismatic marketplace. If you have a 1974 penny in your pocket change, check it for condition and mint mark. Most standard issues from 1974, whether Philadelphia, Denver, or proof, are common. They're collectibles with modest value to the right person, but they are not lottery tickets. High value comes from rarity and condition, genuine errors, experimental metal strikes, or top-rated submissions. The coins that might break into significant premiums are those that are utterly unique, professionally authenticated, and legally claimable by the owner. Always consult reputable grading services and numismatic experts if you think you have something extraordinary, and never take a headline at face value. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit like and subscribe for more deep dives into rare coins, real market values, and coin collecting tips. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a penny you thought might be valuable, and I'll help you figure it out in another video soon. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover fascinating stories behind coins you might be holding right now. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about pennies of the modern era, the 1977 Lincoln 1-cent penny. There's been a lot of buzz online claiming that this penny is worth a staggering $52.1 million. You've probably seen screenshots, TikToks, Instagram posts, and YouTube shorts saying asterisk, "This penny could make you rich overnight." Asterisk, but what's the real story? What's the truth behind the 1977 penny's market value? How rare is it? And is there any version worth millions? If you're new here, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss another hidden treasure uncovered. In 1977, the United States Mint produced millions of Lincoln Memorial pennies. These coins feature a profile of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, continuing a design first introduced in 1959 to honor Lincoln's 150th birthday. Most of these coins are incredibly common. In 1977 alone, hundreds of millions were minted at different facilities including Philadelphia, Denver, and even San Francisco proof sets. Regular circulated coins from this year are usually worth about their face value, and even higher grade uncirculated pieces tend to fetch only modest premiums among collectors. Most standard 1977 pennies in collector grade will sell for less than $1 to a few dollars at most. Extremely high certified mint state coins might go for $10 or $20 depending on condition and color. Bold precious metals, 1, Section 2, where value actually comes from ***. So if the ordinary 1977 penny is not worth thousands, what can make a penny valuable? A penny's worth to collectors is usually tied to three things: rarity, condition, and errors. If a coin has mint errors like doubled dies, off-center strikes, filled-in mint marks, or other anomalies, it can be worth more than face value. Some rare error varieties on 1977 pennies have been known to attract interest and sell for hundreds to even a couple $1,000s. For example, error coins with dramatic misstrikes or missing details sometimes sell for a few $100s from dedicated collectors. Pinterest too, but even in these cases the prices do not approach the millions. Another factor is certification. Coins graded by major grading services like PCGS or NGC in high mint state grades can be more collectible, but even certified 1977 pennies rarely cross the hundreds dollar mark unless they have particularly dramatic and authenticated errors. Coin-identifier.com. 3. Section 3. What about the claim of $52.10 million? Now let's address the elephant in the room. The claim that a 1977 Lincoln penny is worth $52.1 million. This claim has been circulating widely on social media and various clickbait sites. But according to all reputable numismatic pricing guides and real market data, there is no known 1977 penny that has ever sold, been graded, or been officially appraised for anything close to that number. The highest selling pennies in history tend to be extremely rare early issues, like the 1943 bronze Lincoln cent, which because of a mint error during World War II managed to enter circulation and has fetched high prices at auction. Rare 1943 bronze pennies have sold in the hundreds of thousands, or even low millions at auction, but again nowhere near 52 million. The Sun. 4. There are no documented auction records, no verified sales, and no grading pop reports from major coin grading companies supporting the $52 million value for a 1977 penny. The viral number seems to be pure sensationalism and misinformation. It's the kind of thing that spreads because people want to believe their change in a jar could make them rich. So the honest truth is that while there are some valuable and collectible varieties of the 1977 penny, the realistic market value is in the range of cents to possibly a few $1,000s for truly rare and authenticated error coins, and not millions. Section 4. What you should do if you have one. So what should you do if you find a 1977 penny that looks unusual? First, look carefully at the date, mint mark, and any irregularities. If it appears to have a genuine error, consider having it professionally graded. Professional grading and authentication are what turn a coin into something serious collectors will pay for. Head to reputable forums, consult coin guides, and if a dealer offers a value, ask for references. Do not fall for social media hype that advertises astronomical values without evidence. The 1977 Lincoln penny is a fascinating piece of U.S. coin history, and there are variations and errors that can be collectible and worth money. Just don't let sensational claims fool you. The real value is in understanding the market, consulting experts, and knowing what to look for. For most of us, that penny in your pocket today is still literally worth 1 cent, unless it has a dramatic and authenticated error. If you enjoyed this video, share it with a friend who might be curious about rare coins. Drop a comment below telling us what coin you're curious about next, and I'll see you in the next one. Outro music and visuals ***.